I just got in some new negatives, and this is one of them. These are from an amateur photographer. Most are not that great, to be honest. The condition is not that great, but the subject matter is really pretty good, actually. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to crop this down. I don't need it to be as big as it is. And I'm going to try to make it 8 by 10. Okay, make this 8 and make the resolution 400. That's good for most things. Then I'll cut this down to 10. So let me actually do it manually because I want to keep more on this side, probably. Something like that. Okay, so now we're at 8 by 10. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to make my first adjustment. And sometimes I make multiple adjustments because you start seeing some things and you can actually adjust certain areas at a time. Using layers and masks, you can do that. So I'm going to go in there and start cleaning up a little bit some of these specks. And I'll probably pause this as far as speaking because this is tedious and you're not going to want to watch this. So I'll speed it up with the video and come back when it's cleaned up. Okay, I think I'm pretty good on the cleanup. Do a few more spots. Hard to tell if they're spots or flowers. I think these are flowers here behind them. They're picking something, and I think it might be maybe, what do you think, strawberries or some kind of berries? They got their little pails, and this child is helping out. Love the hat. I'm not gonna guess on whether it's a boy or girl. It always gets me in trouble, so it's best not to even try. Looks like the father is smoking a cigar, and the mother's over here picking berries. This is a little bit grainy picture, so I may take a little bit of grain out, maybe cut it back a bit if we go too much. Let's see how that turned out. That's before. Okay, so next thing we'll want to do is enhance it a little bit more. And I'm using a plugin. It's called Luminar Neo and has some features in it that are really good. It does really good down here. I don't like what it does to the sky. So I will mask it and just reveal what I want to see, which is really down here. See how it's left the sky alone, so it tends to make skies really dark, which I don't particularly like. So I try to mask that out. Oh, that worked nicely. That's a little more of adjustment than I made. So that looks pretty good, actually. Just give it a little bit of lightness here. And then I'll come over here and grab my preset settings that I keep on hand. And I added a little sepia to it, which I think looks really nicely. And then I'll add my handy dandy watermark. And I'll make sure that it's centered. Here you have the before. And here you have the after. What do you think?